Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Daxon here with Knockside.org. Just want to make this video. I have been putting up drywall here in my new house. I just moved a couple weeks ago. Haven't made a video lately. I want to make a video on this. I see there's lots of videos on YouTube of how to put up drywall, and it seems like they're video after video and so in-depth. I just want to make this basic one. I have never put up drywall before, and so far I have 4 sheets up. It's not perfect. I would really need to sand down. If you look really closely here, some of the mud I put on really needs to be sanded down a little bit more, but it may not look too bad once I get my layer, of paint on there. And what I did here, I know this looks a little messy, but there's going to be trim over this, and this part's going to be painted anyway. But I took my gun safe and built it into the wall. I spray painted it black again, give it a nice glossy look. But this is how it is right here. It's built into the wall, which is pretty simple to do. Just an idea if you ever, want to do something like that. And then I have this safe. It's like a fireproof safe where I keep paperwork and some things like that in. But really putting up drywall isn't too bad. Like I showed you the imperfections that I have. Some of this needed sanding on a little bit more. But I have already primed it, and I'm going to paint it and see what it looks like. If anything, I can always sand it down more later and repaint it. But anyway, I just want to make this short video kind of showing how you do it. So let me get over to a sheet that hasn't been cut here. Alright, here is, and sorry for the mess, it's kind of under construction down here as you can see. Anyway, here's just a sheet of drywall. And you'll have the back and you'll have the front, which I had to learn this. This side, which is like a darker brown, like a cardboard look, is actually your back. So keep that in mind. And then this side right here, it's different on different colors on drywall, but this lighter color is actually the front. And the way I know that is because there's no seam. See on this piece? You see like this, the seam right here. This is the back, and this one is the front. So how you would cut it is go through and mark your line if you need to cut it. And I use an oscillating tool, which is like a blade that moves, like vibrates really quickly. Or you can use like a box knife, and you'll basically score really like halfway into it or wherever you can get. And then it'll kind of just, you can snap it off and break it. So that's how you cut it. And then you see this piece here. Basically, you just find your studs. I use some drywall screws, which I have setting right here. They're really cheap. Let me see, I tore up the box, but just 1 5/8" drywall screws. They're kind of like really light. They're almost like plastic metal or something, not really sure, but excuse me. Went up here, and let's see if you can find one right here. Like this is where you want to kind of sink in your screws, I guess, and then mud over it. But like I said, this has been primed. It saves you money. The paint expert at Lowe's told me to do this. Instead of using like 2 or 3 coats of paint and primer, I just went ahead. It's like $10 for a gallon of primer. She said do that, and then go over it like 1 time probably with the paint and primer. And it's a lot cheaper that way. So that's what I did. Basically, once you get them up wherever you want, there's actually 3 pieces right here. So this is, let's see, there are 4x8 sheets, so this is 12 foot in width. And you go right in your seam. You put a little bit of mud there, and then get your drywall tape. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, here it is. This is drywall tape. It's basically, I figured it was going to be like paper, but it's, or I mean like tape, but it's actually just paper. And that's why you put a little bit of mud behind it, and this will go right there to cover up your seams. And then you want to take, I can't think what they're called. It's a little, here's one over here. Grab it real quick. One of these, there's different sizes. And like pretty firmly you want to go like this and press the tape into the mud. Okay? And then you let it dry. And then what I did is I put 2 coats. Of course, after the tape is dried to the mud, about a day later I came here and mudded over it. Did as good a job as I could. Waited a day for that to dry, and then came and put another layer over it. and then you come and sand. I was under the idea that you actually had to mud all of the drywall, but you do not have to do that. Thank God. I don't know where I got that idea, but yep. Anyway, and here is the drywall mud. Let me see if I can find the front. It's pretty heavy stuff, actually. It's all purpose. This was like 10 bucks. It's got the mud in there. Make sure that. And anyway, that's what you smear on your cracks and like over your screw holes. Like I showed you a minute ago. Let me see if I can find some other ones. Like here was a screw hole. I didn't quite get that one filled, but it's not too bad. Like I said, I've never done this before. It's giving me a general idea. But yeah, I put 2 layers, 2 coats, you know, of the mud over it. Then I came and sanded it down. And then this white color is my primer. It'll help the actual paint primer mix go on better. So I'm going to pause this video and start getting some paint on here, and let's see what it looks like. So be right back. Alright, so I just went upstairs and got my low odor Valspar eggshell interior paint, and it is paint and primer. Like I said, the first time I put just primer on it, which is like this white right here, and as you can see, it's helping this paint go on. This is the color my fiance picked out. This is kind of a basic, I don't even know what you call that, like a beige grayish color or something. I'm not really sure, but let's get a little bit of paint, and it does seem like it's going on actually pretty good, so that's a good thing here. Seems like it's drying decently quick as well, so that's always good. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe, comment if you have any questions or suggestions. I am not a professional doing drywall. Just figured I'd try to make a 1 video short session of how to do this. Definitely try it yourself. But yeah, once this is done painting, I might need to put on another coat, maybe not. But after that, I can just add some trim along the bottom or along the top because the ceiling isn't done. And I'll put some around my gun safe I built into the wall there, and it'll be done. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, suggestions, anything like that. If you'd like to add anything, your personal experience for other people to see, that's cool too. Also, don't forget to check out my website, www.noxad.org. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.